What's good, everybody? I'm Jerry, about to check out 10 times WWE suddenly changed the Wrestlemania main event. This video is about Wrestling Flashback. I know for a fact that Wrestlemania 30 was originally supposed to be Randy Orton versus Batista for the WWE Championship, and due to Daniel Bryan's popularity and the fans wanted to see and basically hijack the storyline between Batista and Randy, WWE was forced to incorporate Daniel Bryan into the WrestleMania match and made the match a triple threat. And the second one would have to be this year, when it was originally supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. After Cody won the Royal Rumble, The Rock inserted himself into the WrestleMania storyline to challenge Roman to create the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time. That's not what the fans wanted. It forced WWE and The Rock to pivot the storyline and pretty much throw out an audible and change up everything, and which was great because it made for a perfect ending to Cody's story with Roman and a perfect build up to WrestleMania 40. So we about to hop into this video, see the 10 times WWE suddenly changed the WrestleMania main event. Let's go.
The WrestleMania main event will typically be decided quite far out from the action event, but given how often plans change and injuries happen in wrestling, something that was initially set in stone can switch on a dime.
Yeah, because Triple H actually missed WrestleMania 23 due to an injury.
Had to be altered, and the subsequent domino effect that followed, from changing the winner, switching out.
Then Mustafa Ali allowing Kofi to, Kofi had the championship WrestleMania match.
Before we begin, honorable mentions go out to WrestleMania 15. Where early plans pitted Mick Foley against The Rock and Stone Cold in a triple.
That supposed to be a triple threat match.
Shawn Michaels and Vince Russo pushed for. However, the belief at the time was that the main event always had to be a singles match.
Whoa.
Personally, I believe Steve and Rock was the right call, but for me, it was disappointing.
However, this rule was thrown out the window the next year. At Mania 15, Foley worked the Big Show, but Mick still appeared in Rock and Austin's match as one of the referees. WrestleMania 19's main event was changed twice. Kurt Angle to defend the WWE title against Brock Lesnar. However, Kurt's neck got broken during a turnbuckle spot at No Way Out a month out from Mania. As a result, Angle needed surgery and was booked to lose his belt to Royal Rumble winner Brock Lesnar on SmackDown.
I started feeling upset about it. At that particular time, I was uncertain of the choice I made.
But after an interaction with a young fan, Kurt knew he had to wrestle at Mania.
And this kid, he has Down syndrome, really nice kid. His name's John. He said, I really wish he would be able to wrestle.
So it was decided Angle would work.
It's a shame Kurt sacrificed so much of his life to the point where it's affecting him now in his later years. And he's in so much pain, his body's just is not the same anymore.
Went in for surgery after the show. After defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 22, John Cena was supposed to wrestle the game again at WrestleMania 23. But after Hunter injured his quad in January of that year, his tag partner Shawn Michaels
took the storyline.
Michaels had originally been penciled
that match was good.
Donald Trump and take on Booker T in the Battle of the Billionaires match.
So Shawn was supposed to be in that match. Shawn and Booker T.
Championship at WrestleMania.
Mustafa Ali got hurt.
This match was initially meant for Kevin Owens.
Whoa.
After the fan response to Kofi's incredible performances in a gauntlet match on SmackDown, then at the Elimination Chamber, Kingston simply had to face Bryan at Mania.
That was a good build up, man. To this day, that's one of my favorite WrestleMania storylines and moments. I was happy for Kofi.
Now let's start the list. WrestleMania 4's initial plan would have seen tournament runner-up on the night, Ted DiBiase, with the vacant.
To this day, I feel like WrestleMania 29 should have been CM Punk versus John Cena versus The Rock in the triple threat match.
Saturday night's main event a month prior to WrestleMania because he didn't want to be repackaged following the loss, like was planned.
I said, we're doing sellout fucking business, Vince, and I got a new house and a new baby at home, and I said, brother, this ain't, rebuilding of me ain't gonna happen.
Whoa.
Savage was instead booked to win the vacant WWF title, defeating DiBiase in the final at Mania.
Punch the leg! It's over! What a threesome, Jess!
With the two biggest stars in wrestling both working in the same company in 1992, it seemed a no-brainer to have Ric Flair battle Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 8. And this had been confirmed in a press conference until things changed. The reason the WWF gave was that Flair and Hogan didn't draw as well as hoped on the house show circuit, nor were the matches up to standard.
Damn.
Surely with the promotional vehicle behind WrestleMania,
Hulk Hogan versus Psycho
Hulk would have done big business. However, another reason the match didn't happen is due to Hogan lying on the Arsenio Hall show about taking steroids.
Vince told me that, he said, I told Hogan to tell the truth, and he didn't tell the complete truth.
This gave him and the company bad press.
Damn.
Plus, with the rumors of Hulk leaving the WWF to work in Hollywood full time, it was decided Hogan would not challenge for the belt at Mania. The Hulkster instead wrestled Sid, while the Nature Boy defended the title against Macho Man. WrestleMania 9 was supposed to be another chapter in the ascent of Bret Hart's first WWE title reign. The Hitman was to defeat Yokozuna in the main event, while Hulk Hogan had a nothing tag team match in the middle of the card. But the night before the big event, plans changed. Bret was now going to lose the title to Yokozuna so that Hogan could then immediately beat Yoko for the belt.
Why? Leg drop. Hulk Hogan had the biggest ego ever in wrestling.
It only grew the Hulkster and the Hitman's real life animosity towards one another.
That Hogan was putting a lot of pressure on Vince to take the belt and take it off me and put it on him. Otherwise, he was going to go to WCW.
Which compounded after Hulk refused to lose to Bret at that year's SummerSlam and later left the company. After losing the WWF title to
Shawn one of the biggest egos.
12, Bret Hart's contract was up. Bret re-signed with the idea that he'd face Shawn in a rematch the next year and win, which would ultimately set up a third match down the line where Michaels would be victorious. Shawn hated the idea and ended up suffering an injury that kept him out of WrestleMania 13, where the Hitman instead wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bret felt the match with Steve came too soon, given they'd only just worked at the previous year's Survivor Series.
I thought it was a throw-together match because Shawn was out.
Meanwhile, the belief that HBK had faked his injury only fueled the fire for the real-life beef between Michaels and Bret, and would soon reach a boiling point.
You phony little faker, why don't you take your little pussyfoot injury? Go back and find your smile.
I was told in August that it was me and Shawn at WrestleMania 13, which I would roll my eyes and go, this is all not really. This is just somebody that doesn't want to lose to me.
After
Whoa,
was
that would have seemed like.
The WWF title bout at WrestleMania 15, Vince McMahon believed he owed Mick a main event at the show of shows. WrestleMania 2000's final match pivoted.
Because I thought that was supposed to have been Triple H versus The Rock.
The 4-way that was supposed to feature Chris Jericho was later switched to a 3-way.
So you can see, like, I was never officially told that I was in the match.
Whoa.
But why would I be there if it wasn't true?
And then back to a 4-way again in order to feature Foley.
Mick Foley!
But even before all this, Stone Cold's injury in 1999 was the first thing that caused plans to change. Austin's rumoured opponent for Mania 2000 ranged from Big Show to Triple H to The Rock. WrestleMania 30's main matches
Batista, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was Batista versus Randy.
Triple H, and the returning Batista would battle Randy Orton for the WWE title. This left no big match for arguably the company's most popular star at the time, Daniel Bryan. Bryan was going to be paired against Sheamus, but after Punk left, Daniel was then started to take on the game. But as the people began to reject Batista more and more, Bryan only got more over.
15,803 Yes!
The power of the people forced WWE's hand into putting Daniel in the main event at WrestleMania, on a night where he would wrestle two.
I never seen nothing like that.
Capture the WWE Championship.
I wonder why they gravitated to Daniel Bryan so much, because he wasn't the best character as far as WWE, but he was a great wrestler.
The bout had already begun. In the final stages of Roman Reigns,
I've never seen nobody get behind a wrestler pretty much like that since in that term.
The briefcase had been cashed in during a match that was already in progress, in the biggest match at the biggest show of the year, no less. It resulted in one of the great WrestleMania finales. Fans had firmly expected Reigns to go over, so Rollins' appearance was a welcome surprise.
Curb stomp.
Reigns was also set to be the challenger 5 years later at WrestleMania 36. Roman was going to take on Goldberg for the Universal Championship.
He dropped out due to COVID-19. Because he would get rid of it. He possibly was thinking about retirement.
Following the outbreak of a pandemic, Reigns chose to stay at home.
And he had to put his health first.
The risk of infection for himself and his newborn children. This meant he was replaced in the main event by Braun Strowman, who went on to capture the belt that Reigns was originally booked to win. Had Reigns won the Universal title at WrestleMania 36, it would have likely made his eventual multi-year reign even longer. Roman captured the belt at Payback 20.
I don't think it would have been the right time anyway, because right there was the perfect moment.
Reigns was still the champion walking into WrestleMania 38, and while his opponent for this event was always going to be Brock Lesnar, something that wasn't first planned was the fact that this encounter would be a unification match, since Lesnar went in as WWE champion. Reigns successfully defended the world title against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, a
Yeah.
result that surprised many. Fans, however, fully expected Cody to avenge this loss the next year, or at the very least challenge Roman again in the main event, especially after the American Nightmare won his second straight Royal Rumble and immediately pointed at the Tribal Chief. Meanwhile, it felt like every year there would be rumblings of Reigns taking on his cousin The Rock at WrestleMania.
The Rock.
This was the closest we had a Rock versus Roman match.
Stadium.
So possibly we'll get Rock versus Roman next year.
Rumors intensified after Rock's comments on the first Raw of 2024.
Should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
Then on the February 2nd SmackDown, Rhodes appeared to give his blessing to the Great One to challenge the head of the table at Mania. This in turn caused mass outrage from the fans.
Do you know who I hate and I fucking despise in this moment? It's Dwayne Johnson, member of the board of directors of TKO.
Is it 1996 again?
Cody, I think these people have 3 words for you.
We want Cody.
For you to want me is special because I have always wanted you. Oh, Cody Crybabies, yeah. These are grown-ass men, and Cody gotta finish his story.
The WrestleMania 40 press event made things even more interesting when The Rock turned heel against Cody after Rhodes disrespected the Anoa'i family.
Slap the shit out of The Rock. Paul Heyman's reactions makes it so fun, makes it so much more entertaining.
People's Champion spot versus Roman.
Oh.
Cody versus Reigns was confirmed. The WWE also built up a tag match for night 1 of WrestleMania. pitting
That
Rhodes
tag
and
match is
Seth
so
Rollins
good.
against The Rock and
I watched that
all the while, the rubber
like
ball
so many
continued to
times.
his upcoming opponents
After
on
WrestleMania 40, I seen it like again one time. But like this one of the matches, recent matches that I watch over and over.
Boy, you and your walking clown show, Seth Rollins. You walking clown emoji, piece of shit.
Whoa!
Your mouth. Cody Rhodes.
From the bottom of my heart.
From the bottom of my heart.
F your story.
Man to man. Fuck your story. So Cody, Seth, Crybabies, and that shithead dog of yours, Pharaoh, standards and practices off. It's a direction you can
Bro,
follow.
those Instagram promos from The Rock was so entertaining.
Simply because you were a mistake.
Cody slapped the shit out of The Rock.
I can't give the title to my daddy. So
Right here, I was there that night when they came to Memphis.
I can't give the title to my. You ain't giving anybody anything.
While it all worked out in the end, you can't help but wonder whether it was the fan reaction that forced WWE to change the main event, or if it was their master plan all along. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our videos on our other channel, where we've...
Alright y'all, great video man. Let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of our reaction to this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you want to see next, man. Peace.